Hey there, in this video we are going to fill in our notes on comparing photosynthesis and respiration. Linked in our agenda is a copy of these notes that include a word bank for us to use. So I have already pulled that up on my computer to help me fill in my notes here. So I'm just going to start with photosynthesis and I'm going to work my way down. So the function of photosynthesis is to make sugar, which is glucose, from sunlight energy. So to make sugar, which is our glucose, from sunlight energy. Our reactants, right, that's going to be sunlight. We also need carbon dioxide, and we also need water. And then our products is going to be glucose and oxygen. Photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast. Examples of things that you do photosynthesis, right? We could really say trees, algae, phytoplankton, right? Anything that's going to have a really like a plant cell or a chloroplast. As for the amount of ATP produced, that's none, right? I didn't make any ATP. All we made was glucose sugar. All right, moving on to the aerobic respiration column. The function of aerobic respiration is to make ATP with oxygen or in the presence of oxygen. Our reactants is going to be oxygen and glucose, C6H12O6, and then our products is going to be ATP, carbon dioxide, and water. Our location for aerobic respiration is the mitochondria. And then examples of organisms that perform aerobic respiration, right? Humans, my dog. We can also say plants, because plants have a mitochondria, so they perform aerobic respiration. The amount of ATP produced is going to be about 36. It's a little different for each person, but this will be the number that we use for our example. Now we're going to move on to aerobic respiration, and the function of aerobic respiration is to make ATP without the use of oxygen. So I kind of wrote that across both of these because it is true for both of them. We're making ATP energy and we are not using oxygen. All right, as far as our reactants, I'm going to stick with lactic acid fermentation. What goes in? All right, we still have to have glucose. Right, glucose goes in, and then our products is going to be lactic acid and ATP. The location is the cytoplasm. Examples of organisms that perform lactic acid fermentation. Humans, right? This is our plan B, our backup method for when aerobic respiration just isn't enough. And we'll make about 2 molecules of ATP for every molecule of sugar that goes in. And then alcoholic fermentation, our reactant, or what goes in, is glucose. The product that comes out is alcohol, ATP, and some carbon dioxide. This is still happening out in the cytoplasm because, again, there is no there's no oxygen present, so I cannot enter the mitochondria unless I have oxygen. So anaerobic respiration has to occur in the cytoplasm. Examples of organisms that perform alcoholic fermentation, these are going to be things like yeast or any other unicellular organism, right? Like our bacteria. And again, we'll get about 2 molecules of ATP. So this is our summary of photosynthesis and respiration, and again, comparing aerobic and anaerobic respiration with photosynthesis. If you have any questions or concerns about this assignment, please let me know.